You've probably heard that press releases are dead, old school, something big corporations do, not real estate agents. And honestly, half of that is true. The old way, blasting out a release just to farm backlinks, that's mostly dead. But the data on what a press release does now, in 2026, is the exact reason a handful of agents in your market quietly show up everywhere. In Google, in the news, and now, inside the AI tools your buyers use to ask, who's the best agent near me? So I'm going to show you the proof, not opinion, the actual mechanism. And one shift that makes press releases matter more today than they did 5 years ago, not less. Stick with me because the last one changes how you think about getting found completely. Let's clear up where the myth comes from because it matters. 10 years ago, people abused press releases. You'd pay a few dollars, stuff it with links, blast it to 1,000 junk sites, and trick Google into ranking you. Google shut that down. Hard. So a lot of smart people concluded press releases are dead. And if that were still the only thing a release did, they'd be right. But that was never the real value. The real value isn't tricking a search engine, it's being visible and being credible in the exact places people, and now machines, go to decide who to trust. And that value didn't die, it moved. Let me show you where it went. 3 pieces of proof. Proof number 1, you stop being invisible. When a release goes out through a real wire service, it doesn't sit in one place. It gets picked up and republished across news sites. So when a potential client Googles your name, and they will before they ever call, they don't just find your profile in a headshot, they find a news story with your name in it. One agent is a profile. The other agent is the one who was in the news. Same 2 agents, completely different first impression. Here's the one I promised you. The shift that makes this matter more now than ever. Your buyers aren't just Googling anymore. They're asking AI, who are the best agents in my area? And the AI answers with names. So where does it get those names? It reads the web, news articles, published content that looks like credible third-party coverage. A press release that got picked up as news is exactly what these models pull from. So the agents getting named by AI aren't necessarily the best agents. They're the most published ones. Now here's where most agents get it wrong. They treat it like a lottery ticket. One big release, they wait for the phone to ring, nothing happens overnight, and they decide it doesn't work. That's not how visibility works. Visibility compounds. The agents winning this are newsworthy on a rhythm, a market update, a milestone, a community event. Small, real, consistent. It's the opposite of an ad. An ad disappears the second you stop paying. A release keeps working for years. Proof number 3. The credibility travels with you. Once you've been covered, you've got as seen on. You put it on your website, your listing presentations, your socials. It's third-party proof, somebody other than you saying you matter. And there's a compounding effect. Once local media has seen your name a few times, you become the person they call for a quote on the market. Now you're not chasing coverage, it's coming to you. That's the flywheel. At this point, the objection I always hear is, I'm an agent, not a journalist. I don't know how to write one of these. Good news. You don't have to be a writer anymore. The writing, the part that used to mean hiring an expensive PR firm, is the easiest part now. A newsworthy angle plus the AI tools you already have will get you a clean, professional draft in minutes. The skill isn't writing. The skill is being newsworthy and being consistent. So what's even newsworthy about you? More than you think. A sharp take on your local market's numbers, a record sale or a milestone, launching something, a first-time buyer program, a community initiative, sponsoring a local event, a neighborhood you know cold that's heating up. You are sitting on local market knowledge that real news outlets want. You've just never packaged it as news. So, are press releases dead? The old backlink game, yes. As a way to get found and get trusted in 2026, the opposite. You become findable. You get named by AI. You build authority you can actually use. And it compounds long after it's published. The agents who show up everywhere aren't luckier than you. They're just published, and they're consistent. If this reframed how you think about getting found, that's exactly what this channel is for. The moves most agents don't know they're already behind on. Subscribe, and I'll keep showing you the ones that actually move the needle. The next one might be the one your competitor was hoping you'd never see.